early in the morning, get the kids off to school, rise and grind, pack a lunch or two, then get to work in a few. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Rise and grind. Hey, hey. Rise and grind for your daily news. Rise and grind, grinding just for you. Rise and grind when you don't have a clue. Rise, we've got the scoop for you. Yeah. Rise and grind. Oh yeah. Rise and got the scoop for you. Rise and grind. Knowledge is power. Rise and we've got the scoop for you. Yeah.
Knowledge is power. I like that. Knowledge is power. Welcome to the Rise and Grind Morning Show, y'all. Wake and bake, freak and leak, trick and pick, however you want to put it.
I don't know what you're trying to say, but okay.
I was just saying, you know, cut your damn phone off, Will. Turn your phone down, Will. Welcome to the Rise and Grind Morning Show. We do this every Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. It's your homeboy, the one and only big homie, the one to call Miles Dixon in the building. I'm sitting down in my all blue Lexus. Oh, just all blue. To the right of me, we had none other than Slim Thicky. In case you don't know, her name is, she go by the name of Brittany Chanel, y'all.
Good morning.
She got her freak the beat bib on her hat.
What?
I'm just saying.
Freak.
You got to see the shirt she got on too.
Yeah, she's showing off her little muscles on her stomachs and her six pack.
Oh
Well,
shit!
they ain't a six pack; it's more like a 4. But she's working on
I
it.
think it's definitely a 6.
Okay, I ain't seen no 6. I just seen anyway. She
You want to see the bottom half?
she got her navel out. Her navel. Is it navel or navel?
It's navel.
She got her navel out. Ladies and gentlemen, Brittany Chanel, give her a round of applause, please.
Good morning. Rise and grind.
Oh, look at bro with the hand claps. He letting them come through.
Oh
bro.
shit!
Y'all jealous?
Yeah. No, I'm not really jealous, but I'm just.
I feel like Will always likes to match me on Fridays.
He does.
Yeah, I feel like he be stalking.
I think.
Nah, you just be. Hey, look,
I feel like he be stalking.
Y'all remind me of that group. Remember they used to be T.J. Hooker. Remember that the lady they couldn't fraternize, but they was married. They didn't say their last name, but they had a apartment right next to each other, and they opened the door on the other side, and they were married. Yeah, you remember that?
No.
nah.
I'm old as hell.
Clearly.
Okay.
Neither one of us.
And also, who joining us? He's an actor. He's a father. He's a good sportsman, and everything. He learned his lines real good. But he'll be meeting up with us Monday. But right now, I'd like to introduce none other than Will Bennett. Y'all give him a round of a short applause.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's when the applause should have been short.
What? No, we need the longest.
Or barely there.
Come on now.
I know women be looking at you like, oh, he cute in that car.
And then he gets out.
Then he get out, they be like,
Hey, where's the
damn,
other half of
where the
him?
rest of you?
Nah, they don't. They just be low key. They be fixing their weave though.
Do they fix their eyelashes at all?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
They do.
Shout out to magnetic eyelashes that don't mess up your, don't rip your eyebrows out.
I like those better.
I know women mad as hell. Like, damn, I should have waited. Like,
What with the magnetic eyelashes?
the what? The magnetic.
I said magnetic.
They said
eyelashes.
magneted.
That's because I was about to say something else, but then I caught myself.
Yeah, because you got a lot of friends that probably wear them.
Shit, she probably got some in her purse while you.
I don't. I do not wear lashes
She don't wear
unless I'm
lashes.
acting or doing a photo shoot.
Yeah.
You've never seen me in lashes.
Brittany is probably one of the most natural women that's definitely comes around, and I mean, far as makeup, all that. Brittany a boy. Listen,
Don't ever believe that.
oh no, because Brittany be making some. Hey, look, Brittany posted up a couple pictures one time. I said, "That's a woman right there." I said, "Oh, that's damn Brittany."
Yeah, she got that OnlyFans. I heard that joint was popping.
I don't have that either.
She do
I'm
have
just very
OnlyFans
natural.
for acting. Thank you, Will. Don't you disrespect our African Nubian queen ever.
Thank you. Protect black women.
Yeah. Whenever our black Nubian queen come around, I swear to God, don't you ever disrespect her.
Protect black women. See, he's so jealous. See, he's so That's how you protect black women.
That's how you protect
Man.
black women. Whatever. Anyway, hey, we have to drop. Look, we are kind of censored in a way. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Respectfully, don't you ever say shit again. Respectfully.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Shout out to everybody who's checking us out on Soul TV, podcasting, Groove Radio Detroit. We can't forget Groove Radio Detroit, y'all, because Groove Radio.
You didn't even do your your groove.
I can't say it. That's when Bug said, and I go Groove. That's it. But you could do my replacement. Don't forget about Groove Radio Detroit.
Groove.
Because Groove Radio, Groove.
I can't get that deep in my throat.
Don't you ever say that again on air.
That's because your mind is so inappropriate. I have a higher voice than you.
Man,
so
y'all
that's
know
why.
Miles wake up on that.
No, but his voice is deeper than mine, so I was trying to.
But no, that ain't what you said. But that's what you should have said.
No,
You
first
said
of all,
I can't go that deep in my throat. That's what you just said.
I said I can't go that deep in my voice.
No, you didn't say voice.
No, you didn't say
Rewind
voice.
and say
Dro, what did I say?
See, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, oh, no, you wanna be
Exactly.
honest. Oh, that's
That
what you wanna do.
mean you said throat.
No, I
You-
didn't.
that's what I
I
said.
said voice.
Well, why would you think I was inappropriate?
Why would I think? I didn't think anything was inappropriate. You thought that it was inappropriate.
We're not gonna do this on air.
What are we doing? Having a conversation?
Somebody asked us, Will, our kid, and I told him
I have no children.
Brittany,
Man,
no
who
Not yet. I
asked
don't have
you
any
that?
kids yet. So.
because they're like,
And if I did, they would be a little bit taller.
yeah, I agree.
Oh no! See, you
They
know
would
what?
definitely be a little bit
You know what? I'm gonna tell you what is not gonna be.
Between me and their father, they definitely would have a little bit more height.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you what is not gonna be.
Between me and their father, they definitely would have a little bit more height.
And a long neck and
Hey.
a little head.
Well, hey, wait a
Wait
minute.
a
My head
minute.
is not little at all.
At
It's
all.
full of brains. Miles, nobody asked me to co-sign.
He said the head is all right.
Don't do that.
Why not?
My head is, I'm smart.
Yeah, that's what they
I'm
all
very
say.
smart. D. Jones said, "Good morning, you all." Good morning, D. Jones. You know, I don't give my special good morning anymore from him, but that's okay.
See, you hear that lip action? Hey,
Well,
Well, I have no idea what you're talking about.
lip
Whatever
gloss
you're
pop.
throwing, no one's catching.
I can even.
You can't catch it.
That's why
It's
I'm
too
not-
fat.
We can't follow it.
You
know-
don't have to just. Hey, look.
Children, listen. Today's topic is what do you wish people? What do-
Well, that is true. We could be your children.
yes, you could. You damn sure could. What do you wish people better understood about you? So we're gonna start off without no jokes. Will, what do you feel people should would better know? What I just said.
That I just don't
Hey.
give a. It's like, but no, for real, you know
can't
what?
Be true, yeah.
I like being misunderstood.
I agree.
I love it. I don't want nobody to ever to think, oh, I figured it. No, you haven't figured out shit.
Okay.
I agree.
I like to keep people on their toes.
I almost had a joke, but I said I wasn't going to say a joke.
See, hey, just like you told me, we're censored now. Don't come with no dumb, ridiculous stories.
Dumb ridiculous.
You really still use that word?
Hey,
We always
he need to trademark it.
dumb ridiculous.
He said he
Dumb.
wasn't going to do that because then people won't use it. Isn't that what you said earlier?
No, I did not say that. But
You
I
said something like
but
that.
I said something like this, similar. But that was dumb ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay.
Shout out to all dumb ridiculous people out there.
Shout out to everybody on podcast that tuning in, watching us.
Yes. And so
We got Miss Carmen, D. Jones, Nicole,
D. Jones.
Anthony, D. Jones. I told you he said good morning to you all.
Okay. I think he's doing that on purpose. I think he really like you, Brittany. I think you heard his heart.
I did
I
not.
think you're poking part of your heart.
All he said was he was just going to speak to everyone so no one feels left out.
I never felt left out.
Me either.
I'm just saying.
We know who D. Jones love
Yes. You love Britney sweaters.
all day.
Her sweaters.
Uh-huh.
And her padded bras. Listen, okay,
There's nothing wrong with my sweaters.
or
Patty, bro.
Hey, ain't no shame in my
Like,
game.
hey.
It's the truth.
Right. So I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna start it off because y'all so damn bland. What do you wish people better understood about you? I wish people better understood that I can care less.
We
about-
blend though.
Wait a minute. wait a minute. I can care less about what you're not doing versus what you are doing. That makes sense?
Wait, so you
I
can care less about what you're not doing versus what you are doing. Okay.
Right, because what most people do is what most people do, and it's basically predictable.
Obviously, yes.
So I care more about, I care less. I'm getting caught up. Hold on, let me say this
That's
again.
because you're trying to be all deep.
Scientifical.
And you're being difficult.
And prolifical.
Spell it.
Negro logics. That's what
There
I
you go.
call it.
Negro logic and trying to be.
Philosophical.
Well, whatever you feel in your esophagus is up to you. I'm just trying to tell you how I'm feeling. No, I could care less about what you're not doing.
It's gratuitous.
Whoever tutor you is, I feel bad for them. They not learning nothing.
Gratuitous.
Ooh. Anyway, hey y'all, today is Friday, so we having a good time for Friday.
Yes.
But we are talking about certain things. Okay, let me just say this straight. I wish people understood that when it comes down to, I'm more concerned about what you're not doing versus what you're doing. Is that how I say
No, I
it?
understand what you're saying.
Okay, because the things that we should be doing instead of growing marijuana, we should be growing fruits and vegetables and food. Okay. The things that we doing with our yesterday, Tia Black was on and she was saying like it's certain, and we're gonna have a conversation on next Thursday about. She said that we black folks can only do what they let us, and I disagree. And she said that Tyler Perry is being controlled, Jay-Z is being controlled, and I said they're not being controlled. However, there's more of the reason why we can make comparisons or say things like that, because it's more of them than it is of us.
You talking about money wise?
Money or just living, period. As far as when it comes to our living situation, we live better than most Caucasian folks.
Yeah. And I guess because people don't understand that it's two different Caucasians that you're referencing, right?
Two different
Because you have
it's
you
really
have poor
three
white
of them.
trash, right?
That's really three, but go ahead.
Who's the third?
They actually have a middle class.
Okay, yeah, okay, you're
They
right.
actually-
I would say that.
they
Yeah.
actually
So
have
you have the upper class, you got the middle class, and then you have the poor white trash. Is basically
And
what
it-
it is,
and
and
it's-
that's what a lot of those rednecks and all of those. That's what they are.
And they're actually,
Those are the ones that actually really hate us.
and it's only 1% to 2% white Americans that are wealthy or rich, or as they would say. And per capita, it basically balances out to where we even.
But I feel like on the level that Jay-Z and Tyler Perry and all them on, it comes down to money at that point. I don't necessarily think it's about black and white at that
Well,
point. I think it's money.
But again, it's still the 1% or the 2% that are like them. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Just like when white folks, there's the 1% to 2% of them. You feel me? Like, and so we look at it as they outnumber us by a large amount.
Oh yeah.
It's 400 million white Americans and it's 40 million black Americans.
But would you say it's the same thing with blacks, that there's different kinds of blacks as well?
No, it's either poor or middle class. I mean,
That's
poor,
two different types of blacks.
Yeah, two. I
It's
was thinking about three. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
definitely-
two. You either have
You either
middle
rich or-
class or you have.
No, you're either rich or
Well,
you're poor.
Well, yeah. Okay, that's what it says. So
Yeah,
it's two.
two.
It's the difference in our community as well. So I guess when we're talking about our community, which community are we referencing?
It's either,
And that's the thing I think we don't understand. Because we have two different ends of the spectrum for us.
in Detroit, though.
Everybody balling.
Detroit is kind of different from any other city in America.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I have noticed that.
Oh yeah.
Where in most cities, African Americans have maybe one gated area or a rich area. In Detroit, you have 7 to 8. So it's kind of
No, it is.
So it's kind of.
I will say Detroit definitely is a different city. And you have to go to other cities to see just how different we really are.
Oh yeah.
I tell people all the time, Detroit is the safest city for African American men and women,
I would agree.
and people didn't
And you know
believe.
what's crazy?
Mm-hmm.
So, I work a lot in the urban community. They said the exact same thing. They said, Detroit is one of the safest cities.
Yeah,
And I was like,
You think
Really?
like
I
how?
feel like that. And they said this. I mean, they agree. They said
Listen.
it's safe here.
I've been everywhere anywhere black people are. There's no city in America that I have not been. You name it, I've been there.
Okay.
And it's only because I wanted to travel during the time. I don't know if I told you I went Spirit crazy. Spirit flights. Was
They
like,
will make you crazy.
no, I didn't have to do that because I ain't worried about it because I thought this whole thing out. Spirit was like $18 to $24 one way trips, right?
So you're just doing one way.
I was just doing one ways to get till I got back home. I'd take a whole week or a week and a half.
So you just had a duffel bag and you was
I ain't
gone.
had no duffel bag. I had a backpack, my laptop.
Same
bag,
difference.
my drawers and my socks. And I'll tell you what I did though. I left.
How many drawers and socks did you have? Because I feel like you only had like 4.
4 and 5. And then when they got low,
I hope you washed them.
Of course, no. I threw them away and I just bought new packs.
Okay.
I'm not carrying dirty drawers.
I don't know
Exactly.
what you're doing. People
Why
might
the hell
not
these
know that.
flies follow
People
me?
might not
Is
know
that
that
shit,
about
sir?
you. That might be
Shit.
something people don't know about you.
Well, that wasn't
Go
funny.
on.
Nobody paid
Nobody
attention.
even heard anything you said.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, okay.
You gotta be
Okay.
this tall for it to come up this way. Now, what were you saying? You was taking the spirit one way.
hey, come down here.
I'm sorry, but my neck
Hey.
doesn't go that low.
Yeah, I bet it does. I bet it does. I bet it does. She be swinging
can
that
rest
thing
assured.
like this.
So,
Hey,
Miles, what were you
hey,
trying
yeah,
to educate
whatever.
us on?
All that long.
Miles, what were you trying to educate us on?
She walk around this bitch like that.
Hold on, Will. This is a short story. Listen,
What?
nothing. Hold on. Calm down.
Calm down.
No. Open that door.
Who is that?
I don't know. Somebody who probably don't even belong. It probably D.
Is
Jones.
it D. Jones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. He got some on though. I'm glad it wasn't a killer because he was shot Will
No,
first.
right.
Now I said, ladies first. Ladies first.
Well, Miles would have been before all of us. Oh, well.
Oh, yeah. So no, seriously, what I do, I was leaving. I've learned like I leave clothes at the cleaners. You know what I mean? Like I got.
I'm still trying to figure out. You'd have been to all these cities. Like, how we get to your clothes and the cleaners?
Because what I did.
You went to all these cities. That's where I was stuck at.
As I was going to these cities, I would wear my like when I first got on the airplane. Somebody told me to wear 2 pair of pants, 2 shirts, right? So when I got there, I was able to take my pants off, right? And I had whatever I had in my bag, maybe an extra shirt, pants, 2 shirts, 2 pair of pants and stuff. So I wore those. So my next spot, I go to the cleaners before I left, right? And then I put my cleaners, like my first stop was like Atlanta. So I leave my clothes in Atlanta, right? And then when I got somewhere else, I might bought some clothes or order some clothes from Macy's clearance rack. I had to let you know clearance rack. And then what I do, I wear those clothes. And then as I kept going, some of my destinations was always New Orleans, Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. Because that took me, that spread me out to where I could go to all these different cities. Oh, in D.C.
DC is nice. I like DC.
Philly.
I definitely like DC.
But Philly have a hub to where Philly is. You have 3 states right in Philly. You have 3 states right in D.C. Area, or you have Baltimore, D.C., and Virginia, right there. In Philly, you got Jersey, Philly, and Delaware. You feel me? So it's like
I see what you're doing.
I was tri-state. Then
I just said I see what you were doing.
no, you said I see what you're doing.
No, I just
You did that
listen,
you did that black girl eye roll.
I just I
Yeah,
see
that
what
north
you
of
were
8
doing.
Mile shit.
You know your north, south, east, and west.
You
I didn't know
I-
you knew that.
Hey, you know
Wow,
I do.
you get a hand clap
know
for that.
I do.
No, I was just saying he
you
get a
get a-
hand clap.
Okay.
I was just saying I understand what you're doing. I just find it interesting that you was explaining to us about the cities and we went all the way to how you was on the plane.
Because I didn't know some of my clothes, how I was handling my clothes. Because it was easy for me to travel without bags.
I know, but you were explaining
Shut your
one
ass
thing.
up.
Have you ever noticed that's what people do? They always explain. It's like, okay, I had a question for this, and then they explain 5,000 things to get you back to what I was just. Okay, that's just me. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm like,
you just headstrong. Listen, shout out to Mashiba Webb.
Travis Grant just said,
Travis.
"What's up, guys? Hey, Travis.
Hey,
What's up, Trav?
Byron.
Shizba, good morning."
Hey, Shizba, my Native American queen.
Miss Carmen said, "I wish people understood that just because I don't do a lot of things doesn't mean I think I'm better or different." I get you, Miss Carmen.
I know that's right, but I think I'm better than a lot of people. I'm sorry, I'm putting it out there because if you go back to your old neighborhood,
I feel like you can't be better than anybody because you're uniquely you. Like there's nobody else but Miles. There's not another Miles on this planet.
There's damn sure not him.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you're uniquely
when I
you.
say I think I'm better, I mean like I think I'm above, like I'm better than Will in height.
Obviously, yes.
Okay,
That's
so-
everybody
so,
is though.
I mean, yeah,
That's very evident.
Hey. Hey.
That's a lot of people, yeah.
Don't
I mean,
forget,
like-
Miles, you do got to walk out to the car. Them ankles is over with, bro. I'm going to be up under your
No,
car
I
and I'm
understand what
get
you're
your.
saying.
I'm going to roll from up under that mountain. And it's going to be.
I don't even think you gotta roll. Like I don't
Hey,
even
Brittany.
think no one's gonna.
Hey,
all you gotta
Brittany.
do is just continue to walk.
Brittany.
I just continue to
Nah.
walk forward.
Hold on,
Hey.
man, listen, kick children, stop it. Will, no, but seriously, do you so is there things that you believe that people misunderstand, but misunderstand you, and you still that you feel comfortable with?
Oh, yeah, man. I feel comfortable with myself. You know, I really don't be worried about it, you know, because you don't really know me. You know what I'm saying? You just
Do you
know.
have a height complex? Tell the truth.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at
Did
all.
you used to have one?
Have I? Yeah, I did in kindergarten.
Shut your ass up. Anyway, no, the reason I asked that because
No, real shit. Because you know,
As he curses again.
okay, look,
but go ahead.
you know, like when I was in kindergarten, it was bad, you know, and I noticed it then. I noticed I was like, yo, okay, something up when you
So
need.
what were you, 2 inches?
Hey, I almost said something, but I forgot we got sensors now. But you know, I actually had to sit on. You know, at public schools, you know, they had the lunch tables that came out the wall. Mm-hmm. I had to sit on phone books even to eat at the table.
Why did you say public school?
Because-
private school didn't have them.
Yeah,
You don't know what private school is.
I said like he didn't, like private school didn't have them. Private school
That's
had
what
them.
I'm saying. Like,
well, some private schools didn't.
Well, Kat, you know.
Because when I was in 6th grade, they had the tables that you just fold up and just bring down. Didn't come out the wall.
those still fold up and do the same.
No.
Will tables,
Coming out the wall, Brittany?
Will,
They still have to fold
well,
down.
I would have understood it better if you said you had to use 2 hands to pick up your blocks. I
No,
would have
no.
understood that better.
No, I ain't play with blocks.
Then what did you? Never
Nah,
mind.
man.
I grew up on Schoolcraft and Stahalem, where we bust bullets bullets with bricks. That's what we did.
That's how y'all shoot people playing
You
bullets
bust
on the ground.
bullets with bricks.
Yeah, what you do is take the.
No, I
Take the bullet, put it on the ground, grab the brick, and hit the top of it.
oh,
pressure.
okay.
Yep.
And
Hey.
I'm learning something new. I didn't know that.
we said is black people is either poor or rich. That was poor. Listen, at its best.
Hey, it was hard times. But hey, we
Okay.
found it was fun for us.
That's why I was asking.
Sliding off garbage cans over there on Dexter and Fullerton. No, Dexter and Sturtevant. Yeah. You know.
Sturtevant. Okay, I thought it was Sturtevant.
Hey, I thought it was Sturtevant.
Is it orange? Is it orange Sturtevant?
You tell me. Shit.
Hey, so listen.
I'm just gonna sit back and watch. Most of Detroit streets are French anyway.
Dexter was happening.
Well, some of them are
He
French.
said Dexter was having to be from school. Boy, be quiet.
Hey, I stayed on Dexter and Fullerton first, then I moved.
So this is all the west side of Detroit.
Yeah. You from the East?
I am.
That's what's up. Speaking of poor,
Are you talking about Will?
No, you.
No, I'm saying speaking. I was about to say going to.
See,
about-
I'm
hey,
from the Northeast.
Hey,
What do you-
there go that bougie shit. You see that?
Why do I have to be? I'm not. Bougie is. There's no
Hey, I
such thing.
told y'all about 2 weeks ago, fellas. Hey,
There's no such thing as bougie.
It's Bougie.
Bougie.
It's actually bourgeois.
bourgeois.
But there's no such thing as bourgeois.
oh man.
It's-
I am very proud of where I grew up.
I know that's right. Shout out to everybody who's checking us out on Podcastic and Soul TV. Mashiba Webb says, "Stop cussing." Talking to you, Will.
She talking to you, Will.
She said this explains a lot. Well, Mashiba, I'll be very honest with you, Will. Just he had a lot of shortcomings in his life, and so he have little language. You only got 4-letter words.
No.
That's the only thing. Will, we love.
I don't have to cuss.
Will, we love you. But can you put your booster seat up so we can get you on camera?
All right, bet. Hold on. Give me a minute.
Okay. Thank you. So, Brittany, in life, there has to be something where it backs you up off of that you really want people to understand you more.
Me just being sarcastic. Yeah, it's really all out of love. It's not to be mean or rude to anybody. It's just all out of love. Yeah. So that's what I had to use. I had to use sarcasm and humor because I saw that it
Your
works.
vocabulary been off this week. You must got a new boyfriend.
No,
she like, my humor.
I said I'm chewing gum, but I shouldn't be chewing gum. But my sarcasm, I had to be sarcastic and kind of humorous to navigate both worlds for me.
Oh, you mean the African American side of you?
And the
Caucasian side of you.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Brittany.
Yeah, so that was something that I had learned at an early age that kind of I was able to vibe and
So
mix
when
in
you was
both
playing basketball,
worlds.
they were like, "Here comes the black girl." You heard that a lot, didn't you? Was you the only black girl in your
I
squad?
don't think that. Yeah, for a minute, and then I got some other black girls on there, but it was only like 2 or 3 of us at one time. They didn't necessarily say here comes the black girl. It would be more of, but they would try it, of course. I would definitely say, well, the white girls are a little bit more cattier than black women, for sure.
Define cattier.
Like, they're really, I think they're actually a little bit more feisty than black women. Like, they are, they're very aggressive.
Yeah, I seen white chicks. So
I'm being for real. Like, they're very aggressive. They do like to start. They like to start a lot of drama, but they're more into like psychology of it. Versus like black women are just more verbal and physical. Like the white girls, they're gonna play mind tricks with you. So they try to get in your head and they try to do it that way.
If they got in your head, they got lost.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, so that's what I'm saying. I had to use sarcasm and humor to navigate both of those worlds.
You know what? I would like to do. I would love to do a movie like that. Like you trying to be, you from the hood, but you trying to be compromisable to those situations, to where y'all at the lunch table, and then everybody bring fries, and so the girl say, here you go, and she bring you watermelon sticks. That would be funny.
It's so stupid.
With some chicken.
No,
Anyway.
but when I would go back to my grandma's house in the summers or the city or whatever, it would be like, where you from? You sound white. You talk funny and blah, blah, blah. Like,
Yeah.
or I got used to wear my clothes differently or something like that. It's like, why you dress like that? You dress weird.
This is a tennis skirt. Hello. Because black girls will see tennis skirts to Luke videos. Black girls didn't wear tennis skirts after the Luke video. I swear to God. I never saw a black girl in a tennis skirt.
Really?
Till after one of Luke's, at the time it was
Yeah,
Luke's
no,
it
we-
was a Two Live Crew video.
Oh.
And I was like, where are these damn tennis skirts coming from?
Yeah, that's what the white girls wore. And,
Yeah, I know.
But even down to like now, like y'all see me in sweatpants all day, every day.
Yeah.
Right. I don't dress up unless I need to. Yeah. So like when I went to school, it was kind of the same thing. Like I continued to wear sweat because when you go to school, white kids, they don't care about what you wear. You could just go however you want. So that's how I would go to school. So when I went to college, it was the same thing. So all the black girls would be like, who is this chick? Where is she from? And then when I would dress up, they'd be like, oh, you go to school here? Yeah.
If you say dude, then they would understand better.
But no, it's so like that's what I said. So sarcasm and humor would be like a misunderstanding of me.
I do want to I know I would like to kill some vibes right now about what people may perceive of me. I do have a sexual conversation, right? I'm sexually mannered in the sense of my behavior, but I do not disrespect women. I do not grope them. I do not do the things that most men do, right? In my lifetime, I'm 50 now, I have realized that in a lot of cases, in the beginning, not just sex, like raw dog sex, but sexual, that's the only thing that men and women can relate until you find out what a person really is about. So I have toned down my sexuality a whole lot, comparable to what I used to be. And because it wasn't disrespectful, it's just like people act like nakedness or sexuality is not real. And I think this is the reason why we have a whole lot of them letters going around, because they was afraid of admitting who they were, right? When you shut down sexuality in the beginning of a child's life is probably the biggest thing that they own. That's the only thing they really had to identify with. You feel me? And in conversations, I try to explain to people, men and women are worse. They just say it differently because they have words that they can use better. You feel me?
Well, we definitely use more words than you guys.
Right. We be like, anyway, we can't.
I think y'all only use like 7,000 words a day versus women that use like 20,000 plus words a day.
Yeah, but the bad part about it is the black community as a whole only use 300,000 words or 30,000 words, something like that. That's crazy because our conversations are very limited to our environment.
Well, yeah, because you can have a whole conversation saying the N word and cussing, and I don't even know what was just said.
Right.
Using only those words.
You be silly to it, but the truth of the matter is, I try to explain to even my guys right now. They were like, now they'd say Miles is very sexual, right? But if I took it out the conversation, with one show here, to where I just remove myself. Not because of sexual conversation, just to see how they would do without me. They've been doing very well. But sex still pop up. And I'm not there.
You talking about without you?
Yeah. And I'm not there. And it's only because the only connection that most men and women have is sex until you get to know somebody. Because, Will, what was the last book you read?
Wow.
Exactly. So this is what I'm saying.
What?
But no, seriously, that's my point. So, what was the last book you read, Brittany?
Ralph Myers, The 6 Basic Needs of Humans.
See, but why you did it?
Why did I read it?
Yeah.
Because I was interested in knowing the 6 basic human needs that we all need in the world.
Because at the same time, you're an actress too, so
Yeah, I'm constantly trying to figure people out and learn about people.
So this is what I'm saying. Men and women are different.
Mm-hmm.
If you ask a man what the last thing you read, on average, he gonna say, "Well, what was the last book you read?"
What?
Exactly. No, but seriously. So there you have it. So women is constantly learning, unless a man is put in a situation where he has to have complete or full autonomy of his children, or I want to say control.
But you're particularly talking about black men?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, white men totally different.
Because I was going to say, white men read.
Well, but they read because,
and the other nationalities of men, they read.
Yeah, but poor white men don't.
Yeah, not
poor.
Well, see, I guess I don't be referring to them.
Right, I don't really.
To them, I don't
really refer to Caucasians neither. And here's why: because I can't hardly ever relate. You
Really?
know, my mother would never put me on timeout. My mother would have said that hands up. You know what I'm saying? So it wouldn't have been no. You go in the corner and you think about what you just did. And then, while Jimmy in the corner thinking about what he just did, he thinking about more bigger stuff he can blow up.
I was just about to say that shit. Well, I'm shooting this bitch.
Right? She was like, you know what? I'm not just gonna put a nail in his thumb next time. I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna shoot everybody.
Okay, so now with that
Put
being
staples
said,
in
do you
his
think
drink.
that's why so much trauma also too with our children and in our community because of the beating and not letting them express themselves and talk?
The lack of mental expression, sexual expression, and spiritual.
So you're saying as children they should explore sexuality?
No, not explore, express it. Mom, what is this? What
You
is-
talking about like private parts and stuff like that? Oh,
well,
okay.
why am I feeling like this? Men don't even explain wet dreams to their son. They just pat him on the back like, you becoming a man, son.
Yeah.
And they don't explain
Yeah.
the fact that that's baby batter. And that could be used.
Or even when teenage boys, spend a little extra time in the bathroom, from what I've been hearing. They be in the bathroom for a long time now.
Yeah, when they get home from school. Yeah.
Yeah.
When they get home from school.
But see, I only know that because I have female friends that have
And now
boys.
it's different because you can get on your phone. They take their phone to the bathroom and they just type up
whatever
hvideos.com. But they can just do that.
So you're saying fathers need to have those conversations with their boys too?
And single parent mothers need to have that conversation.
See, I feel like the women probably get that. But again, the women, what do? Raise their daughters and baby their sons.
And they don't baby. They only baby their sons as far as a physical contact situation. They try to make them tougher mentally, which in return they don't know how to transcend they mental from their physical.
Exactly. And another thing too, Miles, with that, and I don't want to sound like I'm bashing single moms that raise boys, but just what you just said, how can a woman put we gonna say a good man, right? How can, or just being a man, I'm raised by a single mom. So let me ask you this. When people say, yeah, I'm raising my son to be a good man, how?
They may basically talking about that man. They talking about that man.
But I don't like that women believe that they can actually raise men.
I don't like
because my thing is, we're not men, right? So there's certain things that men do and that y'all think about that would never cross my mind.
Right.
How can I teach my son something? I only can teach my son what I think about and what I see and things like that.
I was thinking about smacking you on the back of your neck, and you would have never thought about smacking me on the back of my neck.
It would have been a reflex to pop you though. But I'm just saying, I just think about certain things, when I'm out with my dad. It's certain things that he'll be doing. It's what is wrong? But I'm not thinking like that. I can remember one time we went to a restaurant. It was me, him, and my mom. We went to a restaurant. We were getting something there, and a guy came in. And this guy, he was extremely just loud and he was just out of control.
Who, Will came in there?
No.
Okay.
And
stay out of control.
My dad. I remember watching my daddy. He repositioned himself. And my mom, she was just kind of just doing whatever she needed to do. And I was just kind of watching my dad because he was watching a guy. And he kind of repositioned himself and he got in a protective mode. Okay, what's going on? And I thought it was so interesting because me and my mom, we were over here not really paying attention. We just kind of, it's he's talking and he's kind of saying things to us yo, where y'all from? Da, 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 da. And then my father, he's quiet. He repositions his body.
Yes.
To see what is this guy on? Because the guy he was out of control. He was a little belligerent.
Yeah.
And
I know what that means. I know the word belligerent thing.
Yeah. So we said at the same time, so I know you know what it means.
Start with a B.
Yes.
Yeah.
So just something like that. I never would have thought of how it was just a small move, but I never would have thought of that. And I'm sure a woman would have never ever really thought to tell her son something like that. So that's why I don't like when women be like, "Oh, I'm raising my son."
Well, women have,
and I don't want to take nothing from single mothers.
So my mother let examples of men in my life. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have him on the show one day on Brainstorm Music. And my cousin, his name is Lee Taylor, but I call him Punch. I guess he used to punch the hell out of us. But no, I used to call him Uncle Punch, not Cousin Punch, but he's my cousin. He was the disciplinary person that took on the father figure role for his family. I mean, he did it. And I used to think it was wrong. Every time I seen that damn van pull up, I'm like, "What I do?" I used to look at my mom like, "What I do?" She said, "Nah, boy, shut up. Punch over and bring some meat so we can barbecue." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Because I thought that was an
But she made sure that men were around you.
Yes.
Which is
And then she tried to bring another person into dating, and she wound up falling in love, and he wound up beating her. And every time they would get into it, he got into it while I was in front of me one day, and I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't help her. Somebody said I would have busted him aside. I said I wasn't thinking like that. I'm 9 years old, 10 years old. I'm not thinking about jumping on this man. Because when I was a little, Will, I was smaller than you as a kid. I know you're adult, but I was just smaller than you as a kid. No pun intended. No pun intended.
Well, Anthony said morals that men should have is what my single mom taught me.
Yeah. I mean, Anthony Whitlock.
Yep.
Oh, he got his mama dope as hell, too.
Yeah.
So, and he's right. That's what I'm saying. The
Yeah, that's
moral
what
is
you learn.
When women say, I'm going to raise my boy to be a man, they talking about morally. Okay. The moral part of being a man is basic, like the dynamics of, it's the same dynamics of the Bible, right? Like you got principles. These are the principles of God laws or things that's godly. So a woman knows what's manly and what a man should and how a man should treat a woman. But the part where women missing is how the world is going to interpret that man. That's the part where it messes up. You feel me?
Okay.
In this world or the society of today, men are treated like hustlers and women are treated like the providers. If Joe goes somewhere, he said, "What you doing?" He said, "Oh, I do podcasts." And we gonna name, I used to get into a habit. I used to name several things that I do to make myself sound important, right? Mm-hmm. With white people, you just sound like you hustling. And then it even ventures off or go over to us. Oh, you just hustling. You know what I mean? Because when people say you're doing multiple things, it just sounds like you're hustling. That's just a fact. When you listen to other people or other ethnic groups, they ask, "What do you do?" "I'm a math teacher." He ain't talking about his extra hobbies, how you make extra money.
Mm-hmm. He just is the math teacher.
Right.
Because I was about to say they hustling too. Don't get it confused.
Yeah, but they don't. But they don't try.
They don't tell you about it.
They don't try to get their badges of honor or their accolades in one conversation. But that's we go back to the same thing what I was saying about people knowing me. If anyone knows me, they would know that I'm way surpassed a sexual conversation.
So, Miss Carmen said, I don't think we should generalize all single mothers. There are some great ones out there who teach their sons what they need to know. Most women have been around men their whole life, so they have a great perspective on what their sons need to know.
Well, they don't have a great perspective. They don't have a perspective. They just have, again, the moral portion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we're not taking anything from single mothers.
Right.
It's just you're a woman. You can't teach a man manly things is all we're saying.
Yeah.
Like, we're not taking anything from them.
Yeah, we're not taking nothing from.
And even if they have perspective, they still don't have insight. Like, they don't live it.
Right.
So it's it's different.
They don't, the heartbreak, see, here's one thing I learned about heartbreaks. Men heartbreaks are different from women. You feel me?
Yeah, y'all fragile.
Oh, we
y'all
very
get y'all hearts broken. It's the end of the world.
almost. And here's why I said
Some of y'all can't come back.
because they go to listen. It's because again we don't know how to express ourselves with words.
Yeah, I would say that.
So we'll go into a dark place.
Because y'all instantly taught, shut up, be a man, stop crying.
Yeah. And so we're not hating on single parent mothers. 'Cause my mother was a single parent mother.
Yeah, no, I'm not. We're not saying anything. We're not taking nothing from single
Will
mothers.
Miles was a single parent mother. She raised half a kid.
But a whole savage.
No, but
Pocket Cuz is in the building.
But you both can say that there's certain things that you needed or wanted from a man that your mom could not give you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna tell you one thing. My mother prepared me. She said, "Pete, when I die, no one gonna love you like me." So that was one preparation that I always keep in her. She said, "Pete, you have to learn how to cook, 'cause you funny looking." No, she said you definitely have to learn how to cook, clean, iron, and everything, because there's gonna be times in your life where you're gonna be alone.
So she taught you survival.
She definitely taught me survival, and she also taught me. And I learned this. I did not even know I was an entrepreneur back then. I used to dub VHS tapes and put 3 to 4 movies on the VHS, right? And I used to rent them out to the people in my neighborhood. I was like literally the first Blockbuster in the neighborhood.
That's what's up.
I was renting videos for $3 to $5, depending on how many movies was on it. You know what I mean? And they can keep it for 3 days.
So Shizba said, my prayer for my family goes like this: to do the work you want them to do while on this earth, which has helped raise both wonderful sons and daughter. Wonderful sons and a daughter, to be productive members of society. They went to the Boys and Girls Club, and their mission statement I adopted into my parenting.
And see, That's dope. That's what Will. I was gonna say when Will said how could a woman do it? Simply put them in mentorship type of programs. Have positive people around them, right? Like I'm probably no disrespect to anybody who grew up in my block or my neighborhood, but I'm probably still one of the most respectful people to the people that's in my neighborhood. Meaning, if I have a beer in my hand, I still put it behind my back if one of my elders come around. But you have their very own children be right in front. I'm like, partying. I still can't do it. And my mother has been passed and gone, but the people in my block who I love, which is the Carters, the Bakers, the Allens.
And those are their last names, right? Yeah. See,
But
my grandma said that, like back in the day, people were called by the last names, which was the father's name. Now you don't really hear that anymore. And even down to the respect thing, you have the parents drinking and smoking with the kids.
Yeah, that would never happen.
Yeah.
When I found out, the day I found out, I was my mother had to go for a mammogram, and she couldn't get on the plane with me. So this is one of the first times I flew by myself to Philadelphia. And they had told me my mother had cancer. But I was wondering why my older cousins would let me get drunk. They're like, let them drink. Drink a beer here, Pete. Right? But they told me, and all my drunkenness left.
When you found that out?
Oh, my God. All my drunkenness.
I can only imagine,
That's when I found out that she had to have her breast removed, excuse me. I found out she had cancer when I was coming from football practice, playing around, and she just looking, staring off. And again,
so she started off with breast cancer?
Yeah, and then she wound up she had a breast removed, and she had brain cancer.
So it traveled?
Yes, it traveled due to a trauma situation. She was waiting up late for me one night.
Can I ask you a question? Did it ever go to her bones or liver, anything like that?
It didn't have time. I mean, the brain cancer.
Well, the only reason why I was asking is because, my sister had breast cancer, but it was triple negative breast cancer. So, of course, the technology and research is different now.
Most definitely.
So what they were saying is only 15% of the population actually gets triple negative breast cancer. And from what I've been doing research, it's found in black women.
Yeah.
So it travels and it goes to those different places. So it is the fastest one too. So it goes to breast, then it goes to liver, then it goes to bones, and the last place it goes is to the brain.
Right.
So that's why I was kind of asking that because we don't know back during that time as far as research, and it could have been that. We don't know.
It could have been that. But as far as I know, she was waiting up late for me one night, and she hit her head on the table, fell asleep. We had a big, thick glass table. And the piece in her eyeglasses hit her in her eye, which bust her blood vessels in her eye. And you think, okay, it start healing, but then months later, she started acting different. Right? June 15th, I was getting up in 1989. I was getting up to go to graduation, and she was throwing up in the tub, thinking it was the toilet. So she was trying to flush the tub, thinking it was the toilet.
Yeah, that's.
Right. She said, "No, we're going to your graduation," and then she started having a stroke. Now that I know it, her face was jumping like I'm looking at her face, it's jumping like this, and I'm like, "Ma, what's wrong with your face?" She said, "What?" She looked in the mirror, and her face was still twitching. We was going to the hospital. I remember the hospital ride, and then kind of found out she had brain cancer. So from June, she went in a coma in October, June, July. August, September. It took 5 months to kill her total. After knowing that she had brain cancer. So no matter what, the chemotherapy did not help. It might have made her live a couple weeks longer, if that, but we'll never know. But I will say this: trauma in a black woman's life is different from trauma in a Caucasian woman's life.
Absolutely.
Because, again, black men are being hunted. When we walk out the door, they're worrying about us. So, it's just, those are things that we have to think about when it comes down to black women. And we need to protect their sanction of their mentality. You feel me? So when I hear women say, I'm going to raise and be a man, I understand what they're saying. But the truth is, when we walk out that door, we are immediate targets. Minister Farrakhan said years ago, white America treat black men like spiders. No matter the size, they gonna kill us. You can be the smallest, they gonna kill you. Don't matter how if you're big or not. He said, but you have to learn to become a black widow spider to where they know, just let you be. And a lot of times, it's hard for us to become that black widow spider because we don't even want to work with each other. So, I don't mean to be a downer. Today, Friday.
Well, Ms. Carmen said, she said, as a single parent, what you lack, you try to make sure those things are created for your sons. For me, I invited a community of a few men from the church to help me, their coaches, and most importantly, the barbershop. They were able to ask questions, get advice, and see strong men in the community. But the foundational principle was laid by me, a single mother, for the most part.
That's dope. But nowadays, Miss Carmen, the barbershop, they rolling up weed in the barbershop. Mm-hmm. They got a smoke room in the back. They got gambling in the back. Sometimes right there on the table. The barbers are making side bets.
So I got a question. Do you think it's disrespectful to cuss in front of women?
It all depends on what the cuss word is.
Okay.
The type of conversation.
The type of conversation.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Like, as you get older, you really don't care what the conversation is because you get older, you feel like whoever's around, they can remove themselves if they feel uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. That's why when I talk, the way I talk, if I say something, most people know I'm in a joking manner. Mm-hmm. I never like, hey girl, you look good as hell today.
You're groping my arm.
Oh, girl. No, this is groping your arm. That's good. Stroking your arm and groping.
No, we're just playing. We're just playing. No, I'm just saying because I don't want anybody to get offended or anything like that.
Like, Miles are so aggressive.
No, these are jokes. It's Friday.
D. Jones might pull up.
D. Jones will pull up. You touch my Britney. He turned a peanut brittle when it comes to Britney.
Hey.
Do not do D. Jones like that.
You ain't doing him no way. Listen,
oh my Lord.
So anyway,
back to the foolery.
Right. Will, tell them where they can find you at.
And you can find me on.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
You can find me on IG at Will Bennett 2.0. And just want to say, make sure y'all at the Detroit Filmmaker Awards Sunday, March 22nd. The Charles H. Wright Museum at 4 o'clock. It's going to go down from 7 to 11. If I'm not mistaken, it's going to be the Afterglow. So make sure y'all in the building. You can still get your tickets. They will not be sold at the door. So just log on to www.detroitfilmmakerawards.com. And follow the instructions, and I'll see y'all Sunday. Shout
out to Darren Brown for putting this thing together.
Oh, yeah.
He is the founder of the Detroit Filmmakers Awards. I don't know why he did not come on none of the shows, but that's cool. Of course, we give him nothing but...
you say he don't come to none of the shows?
No, that's why he didn't come on the show to promote it or nothing. I guess he probably like that man on the thing wanted to get invited. Right down the hall.
But he don't have to come because as long as I'm here, I'm gonna rep it.
Okay, but you just repping it a little bit.
No.
Listen,
hey, I'm 10 toes down, feet all in the mud for it.
And 2 hands halfway up.
Elbows deep.
That reminds me of my Monday morning. Go ahead, Brittany, tell them where they can find you at.
You can find me here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. You can find me on Facebook at Brittany Chanel, Instagram, it's me, Brittany Chanel, and when I have some other things coming up, well, not when, I do have some other things coming up, so I will keep you guys posted on that when I'm able to talk about it.
And remember, her personal life.
My private life is private.
That's right. Your personal life, not.
It's my private life is private.
Okay.
She even keep it private from us, y'all. So don't.
That don't even sound. That could be a acronym to say pimp.
Okay.
My private life. No, you pimp it. Anyway,
tell people where they can find you at. Okay.
Right, Miles Dixon, MDixon313 on Instagram. Miles Dixon, the Mediapreneur, right there on Facebook. You catch me on the Rise Ground Morning Show every Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. It's your boy, the one and only, the big homie, the one to call Miles Dixon. Tuesday night, 9:30 on Girth. Thursday night, Brainstorming with Miles Dixon. Also on Thursday, you can catch me at 9 p.m. on The Truth. And Dro, where can they find you at?
Best at it on everything. BESTADDIT on all social media platforms and all digital streaming platforms.
Okay. Dro also have a music career, y'all.
Also, Detroit Table Talk.
There you go. I'm about to say now.
On the Podcastic Network.
You don't like talking to the microphone?
No, he's not.
I don't like switching it.
Oh, okay.
We hear him.
No, I know.
Well,
we
he
hear.
with us in spirit. Shout out to Detroit Table Talk every Saturday at 5 p.m. Check us out right there on Podcastic. Hey, y'all, Rihanna had her baby, so what? Until next time, until next time, we'll see you later. Peace.
Peace.
Bye.
Up early in the morning, get the kids off to school. Rise and grind, pack a lunch or two, then get to work in a few. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Rise and grind. Hey, hey. Rise and grind for your daily news. Rise and grind. Grinding just for you.